Got the morning started with an acai bowl.
Oh. What was in it?
I had berries. I had acai. Here's my gripe with acai. I'll tell you what. They put an F load of acai, and that's not what I'm after when I'm getting an acai bowl.
What is
Short.
acai?
That's an excellent question. I don't even know. I think it's a fruit, but they put an absurd amount, and they don't mix it. They put the fruit on the top. There's just a layer of fruit. You got to get through the fruit. Then you get to a layer of acai. I don't want... That's like if you ate all the cereal and then you got to a bowl of milk and you were expected to just eat a bowl of milk. And then if you got a larger acai bowl, they just add more acai. No, I don't want more acai. I want more of a mix of fruit with the acai.
Which part is the acai in the bowl?
The acai is the bottom part. It's the purple stuff.
Oh, so it's the mixture of all the stuff?
No, I think acai is a fruit itself.
Right, but like in an acai bowl, you order like what goes into it. Like,
Yes, exactly.
so it's like a blend of like banana and blueberry and all that stuff in your slush.
No, I believe the slush is acai. And then on the top part,
I mean, it's not
It's
just like if you look at the menu, it's like island bowl, and it's like toppings, blah 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 blah,
Oh.
and then the heart.
oh well, we got an expert over here. I didn't know you were working the acai machine.
But
The
I don't know
acai
what
place,
acai is. That question is still open.
I've never seen it in the wild. I guess I'm not really encountering many fruit. The only fruits that you see in nature in the wild: oranges, apples. Those are the only ones that I've
Those are
seen.
the only ones you see in the wild.
That I've seen it. Yes.
You've never gone to the Congo and picked a banana off a tree. You've never
Yes.
had a coconut fall on your head while you're stranded on an island.
You sound like you're describing like like things you have to do before you die in this life.
You haven't lived until a coconut fell on your head in the Congo.
Our neighbor just started hammering.
Yeah.
I hope that, that's probably one of the worst things you could do in an audio format. I hope they don't escalate to bringing in construction equipment and things of that like. Because they're always bringing in construction equipment at the worst times.
Yeah.
Do not get yourself a neighbor who's always bringing in construction equipment at the worst
I catch
times.
myself getting annoyed like while they're hammering. I'm like, oh, stop it. And then I'm like, this is a very normal thing to do. Like, oh, are you serious?
Should we try to find something in our lease that prohibits them from hammering, and then maybe we can get them on that? We can get them moved out based on that.
And we can make them pay our rent.
That's not bad. We blackmail them. You have the option to either move out or pay our rent.
Yeah.
We are making a new YouTube channel for the podcast. Here's why. We're worried about having only podcast clips on our YouTube. So we're going to make a new YouTube specifically for the podcast.
Because we want our YouTube to be...
really different stuff than the podcast.
Yes.
Well, because the podcast is it's such a departure content. We usually do sketches and things like that. So then to have just an hour of us talking, and like we don't post long form that often. So if you go on our YouTube, it looks like we're just knocking out podcasts. But in reality, there's other stuff mixed in there. So we're going to make a new YouTube that I'm going to put on the screen now.
So oh my God, it's still there.
Only the real ones follow it.
Oh.
Only the real ones follow
You
it.
can tell people that.
Yeah. If you
not-
subscribe to it, that means you're one of the real ones.
Yes, you got to be like a fifth, sixth time listener.
That's right.
To every episode.
We're going to put up
before you
either
can
a
subscribe.
paywall or something, some sort of code
I
where
think we should just make it really difficult logistically to subscribe. Like our Patreon, it's not like you have to pay a subscription. It's just like really hard to get to the content.
Yeah, that's good. It's blocked in a bunch of it's like the username is something we change it every day.
And we hack into people's computer cameras so we can watch them struggle. And that's our form of payment.
And that's our entertainment, yes.
That's my church.
Live streaming, but the people don't know that they are.
Ooh, dead streaming.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
All right, then we'll stop doing it now. Come on out. An exorcism, but with a deacon because they couldn't get the priest. I'm happy with that because I just said an exorcism and then
And then you found it?
Yeah, I found it.
I like that.
While
The
I
deacon's
went.
role always confused me because a priest has to be like very devoutly Catholic. They can't get married.
The deacon can he's like he coaches Little League baseball
Yeah,
every day.
you see
and
him
then
at the
he shows
bar.
up. Yeah, right.
He's just a guy. He's like a sort of like he's the priest whisperer.
Right. Yeah.
in
He
the
just
priest's
wants
ear.
like the clout. He just wants to be up on stage.
He
during
wants the
mass.
robe.
Yeah. Exactly.
He wants all the things that come with the priesthood, but he doesn't want
Yeah.
the strings attached. They can get married.
We used to go to church, so we know this stuff. We used to be.
You're trying to
we
cover
were
your
raised Catholic.
That's
believe
true.
it
We
or
were
not.
raised Catholic. Never were altar boys though.
Speak for yourself. I did it once or twice.
Oh, did you actually?
I did it once or twice. Yes, I rang
Why?
the bells. I got lured.
That can't be the right phrasing.
I got recruited.
Why did you actually do
I
it?
think they just needed like because when you're in like the classes and stuff, they said like, hey, can some of you guys do this, please? And I think they just needed it for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then I never did it again.
Oh,
There was no foul play.
how bad was the pay?
Oh my God, it was
gotta
so
know.
bad. It was so bad. I get more money. I literally get more money working a 9 to 5 job every single day for a year than one day in church.
Yeah, but they do a pension match plan.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
they'll match your pension.
Do you think that like if somebody really wanted to, they could be like a career altar boy? Are there career altar boys?
Well, I mean, when you look at like the Vatican and stuff, they have some older. I think in
Yeah.
those sort of cultures, I think you can do as
Sure.
long. What I think is interesting is in Los Angeles. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes talking about L.A.
This is gonna be good.
This ought to be good. I'll wait.
Oh no, you brought it up.
Okay. In LA, they have lifeguards that it can be your full-time job. Like you don't need to have a supplemental income. You can just be a lifeguard full-time.
That's sick. I would do that.
Yes. Wait, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do it until I assume.
Oh, now all of a sudden you're backtracking because you don't want me to do it
I don't want you to do it.
immediately.
I wonder if there's got to be an age cap. Like you don't want to be drowning. You look up and there's an 80-year-old man
Yeah.
running into the water
Right.
to save you.
Well, to be honest, if he's in good shape, I would want the oldest lifeguard.
What if he's absolutely gorgeous?
And I would assume he is if he's an LA lifeguard. He
That's
better
true.
be. Yeah.
Probably skinned dense as leather.
If he's not, I'm saying no. I don't want him. I want
Because you're
him.
picky about your lifeguards. I remember this because I remember you drowned multiple times.
Yep.
And every time the lifeguard comes and you say, I don't think I'm interested in this one.
I say I'm so sorry. Is there anyone else?
Can someone else be?
Because that's my right, you know. And if I'm going to a pool, if I'm going to an ocean, I'm using all of my rights. I'm
And you're
going to drown before I leave.
That's another thing is,
Paid for
listen, when you go to a place where a lifeguard is at, the lifeguard is getting paid, obviously. You gotta make that lifeguard work.
Because they're getting paid.
I do the same thing when I'm at a grocery store.
You drown?
Yes. I'll mix up the produce.
Sure.
Apples are going where the bananas are going.
Because they're getting paid.
They're getting paid, they need to work.
Yes, absolutely.
That is, but if they're not, on the flip side, right? We look at the other perspective. They're not. If someone's not getting paid, do they need to work?
Yes.
They do need to work.
They do.
They need to work.
Because nobody wants to work.
And that's the thing is nobody wants to work anymore.
And so they need to work.
So I go to volunteer centers, and I drown.
Yes, because they're volunteering. They have to be doing the work. If you sign up to volunteer, you should be doing the work. You're not there to lie around.
New volunteering scheme.
Oh, scheme.
Scheme is where we just open up like an intern or like editor position, and it's volunteer. So they get their volunteer hours. They're just doing 9 to 5 labor for us.
Yeah.
But they're volunteering.
And it's interesting that doing any work for free makes it noble, right? If you volunteer at anything, it immediately makes
Really
it a
at
good
anything?
cause. At anything. Give me one
Okay,
example.
what about the garbage compactor mill where what if you're
Absolutely.
trapping people in there Star Wars style?
Oh, you got me. Yep, you got me in one of
Yeah,
these.
maybe not quite as nice, right?
Now I got to get myself out of
Okay.
this one.
Yeah, and can I just run you through my resume?
Yeah.
Okay. I volunteered for 4 years at the garbage compactor mill.
Where you were trapping people in there?
I did administrative and managerial duty.
Oh, okay. So you weren't the one actually trapping them. You were just kind of handling the day-to-day operations of the place.
I
volunteer-wise.
was responsible for multiple individuals in a high-pressure scenario.
Oh, and now I have to guess what the job is?
No, this is me rephrasing trapping people in a garbage compactor into a way that is palatable for
your LinkedIn. Yeah.
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 Ready? I'm gonna feed you some nefarious evil tasks, and you're gonna have to rephrase them for a resume.
Okay. But we're gonna reverse the roles. So I'll feed you the tasks, and you do that.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay. All right. So we'll start with Death Star trash compactor worker.
Working with new people all the time.
Okay, lame. I mean, vague. What?
It's a good skill. I work with new people.
Okay. Does that just mean you get fired a lot? What? You work with new people all the time? Seriously?
In a high pressure environment.
Oh, okay. Wink, wink there.
In a high pressure environment, which it's also time sensitive, dealing with time sensitive issues.
Okay, it sounds, the way that you keep repeating these things, it sounds like there's like a double meaning. I don't think, I feel like you're hinting at something else going on.
All right,
at
next.
Work. Okay, next. You shoot people in a firing squad when they have the death penalty.
I work with new people all the time.
Oh, come on.
I responsible for lots of expensive equipment.
You're responsible for lots of expensive equipment.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Dirty job.
Oh.
Dirty job.
Okay, so you're just kind of listing off phrases now. You're not even like... If you put this on your LinkedIn...
High pressure scenario.
These are just key words. This isn't...
Proficient in Premiere.
Oh, okay.
Adobe Premiere as well.
Adobe Premiere.
A lot of that job is editing. A lot of people don't realize what, because you have to make a...
You have to make a compilation video or something at the end? Yeah, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, another job.
Yeah.
You go to forests, like very vulnerable forests, where you go to forests, very vulnerable forests, where the native population is very concerned about the environment, and you bring a bulldozer and you cut down that first tree where the young child is protesting at.
And then I leave. That's my whole job, is taking down the first tree.
And then you leave.
I'm a project leader and a project starter.
Yep.
I enter on the ground floor.
Okay.
I am proficient in bulldozer.
Oh, okay. You don't work with new people every day, do you? I was going to say,
but well, I mean, if I'm constantly flying into these new places, I guess I am working.
Yeah, okay.
Working against new people all the time.
All right, I got a new one. You are the person that hands the CEO of companies a giant pair of scissors or a golden shovel to break the ground or to cut the ribbon to commence construction on things.
Okay, first of all, I'm very small to make the scissors look comparatively large.
They can't have someone big. Yeah,
you know that's just normal size
small
scissors.
Hands.
Everybody, not a lot of people know this, but everybody knows this.
Yeah, a lot of CEOs are very small.
A lot of CEOs are very tiny. That comes with money. As you gain money, you become smaller.
That'd be awesome.
I'm good with sharp objects.
Okay.
Curating large scale events. There's a big population there, so I'm part of the curation process for that.
And once again, there's a protest. They don't want to.
They don't want me.
Yeah,
because he's cutting down with the scissors the first tree.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And the giant golden shovel.
Okay, so I manage crowd control as well.
Are you the National Guard in this scenario? You're also
my job is I hand them the scissors and then I run in to control the crowd.
That's sure. I mean, yeah, I guess a lot of people don't realize because they just see the ceremonial part.
Oh, you think they hire a guy just for that moment? No.
Oh, yeah, that's the security guy. Yeah.
It's a lot more complicated.
That guy handles crowd control.
What do you think they do with the big scissors after? Do you think they keep them for that sort of event, or is it a one-off where like every event has those sort of big scissors?
Right.
If I was if I was a mayor or something like that, I would have a pair of big scissors in my office. I personally wouldn't be needing someone to hand me them every time. I would know that's what is expected.
Yeah, if the mayor is handing out giant keys to people who've done things, why does he not have giant scissors of his own? Because scissors, you just need one pair. The key is that is like a specific thing. It's a specific shape, but you just need one pair of massive scissors.
Right. So he has the large keys in his possession, but the scissors are coming from another entity themselves. So
Right.
do we think the town,
Or is it the construction company that has the scissors? Each individual construction company starting these projects or finishing them? Because I guess all these projects start with the golden shovel, taking the first bit of soil out, and then they end with the ribbon cutting.
I mean, yeah. Also, yeah. What if you went to the construction site and everyone was using golden construction equipment because the precedent had been set?
That'd be good. Or what if? How about everyone's running a marathon? You give everyone a giant pair of scissors, so whoever finishes first
can snip it easier. That would shave off a lot of time. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for a marathon like that, they should put back the banner for every person that runs across. Only the first person.
Yeah, wait there.
Just
wait
hold
there.
it on a moment. Yep. And then you get your chance to run through.
That's true. Or at least the last person, because there's usually a massive gap between like the second to last person and the last person. There's not like a wave of people finishing 4 hours after. And
You honestly, you either want to be, you don't want to be the second to last person because no one can. You want to be horrible.
There's a bell curve between cheering of like, the first person, the second person to come in, and we go way down to like, it's just automatic clapping for the rest of the runners. And then it goes all the way up, arguably past the first runner to the most amount of cheering for the last runner to
You would
finish.
think, if you were watching and had never seen a race before, you would think this person is winning. Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and everyone's pitying the first person to finish.
Yeah, and the people in the middle of the pack don't matter, which is true.
It's a good metaphor.
It's true. I mean, society rewards extremes.
Yes.
You don't want to just complete the race. You either want to have won the race or been finish within an 8-hour time.
Yeah, and it's interesting because do
you think people who train for, like, people who finish at 8 hours, did they train for it? Or I guess usually they're just like old or something.
Right. I mean, yeah, someone who just says like I want to complete a marathon and they're walking most of it.
The worst part of cross country was the after finishing the race and being in the tunnel. And they like don't want anyone, like they're like trying to herd you in. You remember this?
Yep. And there's no talking.
Was that true?
No.
Oh, for you maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no moving. Yeah. I mean, there are people collapsing and like dying, and they're like, "Guys, you gotta keep moving. Okay, come on. Here's an apple and chocolate milk."
The attitude is very irritated.
Yeah,
like they don't quite understand why everyone's putting up such a fuss.
Guys, we need to keep this line going. Are we serious? Get the up.
After you just sprinted 3 miles.
Yeah. Oh, you sprinted 3 miles.
Oh, you do.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about like you're going to work. You get into the office.
Oh, this is the guy who does. Yeah, the guy who runs the office every morning. Who runs the office every morning, but he
like
does that at a really high. He doesn't shower, and also is at a super high performance level intensity.
Yeah, he sprints to the office every morning. He lives 40 blocks
Mark,
away.
You're soaking wet. You smell like trash. But you were the first one here.
Yes.
Yet again.
So he cuts down the ribbon.
Almost every day you were the first one here, Mark.
Yeah. Do you ever wish you had a commute? Because we work from home.
No, I don't wish I had a commute due to it's long. But I think this is something that came up earlier this week. We did an episode of our show, Paying Rent. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Maybe not on this new freaking YouTube. Maybe you haven't heard of it.
That's true. Also, not for nothing, but Paying Rent was
nominated for an Oscar.
Was nominated for an Oscar.
It's not for nothing. Yeah.
Not that interesting.
Of course, we said no.
Do you guys find that interesting?
Yeah.
We don't find that interesting.
We don't even care about that.
We don't check. We get nominated almost constantly.
If I were nominated for an Oscar or an Emmy, I'd be saying no because that's more
More
cool.
work.
It's more work.
The other day. Aiden's texted me just a video he recorded of I don't know, something, right? And I get an email, but 3 minutes later, it was nominated for an Oscar. And
well, see, now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to bring this back into the world of reality because I take videos and people say, wow, these are so good.
That is true.
Wow, these are so good.
Aiden's a very good quality that goes largely unheralded is within a group. Sure, you have the people that take photos. Whoa, bug. You have people that take photos.
I think you're hallucinating.
A horse is in the ceiling.
Oh, no, you're good. Okay. Hi.
Yeah, you just say hi to you wave to say hi to
Yeah.
What's up? I like talking to animals like they're people. I think that's fun.
Anyways.
What was I talking about?
You're talking about the person.
Yeah. There are people in a group that take photos. Sure. Whatever. But to be a person that can take good photos in the group, that is something to be celebrated.
Yeah.
Because Aiden will take photos and they're actually good on his iPhone.
Thank you, yes. I'm going to sit like this now. I'm going to sit like this for a little bit and see how it goes.
I'll try it. I'll sit like that too.
Okay, so now we're both facing the same direction.
Oh, I love contests like this. We used to play a game called Siddle Front when we were younger, where we would see who could sit the longest.
Yeah, because we wanted to play Battlefront in real life. And Kyle, our older brother, was like, no, he was lazy and older brother. So he said, let's play Siddle Front.
He was 12 at the time. I
He's like, I have a new game. Let's play Siddle Front. And we were all like, ooh, how do you play? And how do you play?
You just sit. You sit and whoever stands up first loses. It really sounds like a Great Depression game.
Oh, sure. That's like something that your grandparents played.
Yeah. Oh, you guys never played
the game where you sit and don't move. But we literally did. And Kyle tricked us into thinking it was
very fun.
It was fun.
It was a blast. And
the best part is you could weave that into another game. You play Siddle Front and you forget about it. You're playing another game while you're all sitting. One person gets up. Boom! Back to Siddle Front. You're out. You die.
That way, it's a lot like Simon Says, in the sense that you will forget that Simon did not say, and then you'll do, and then you'll be out. Whereas in this one, you'll be playing Siddle Front, but then you'll be doing something else. You'll stand up. Well, you'll still be in the other game. You'll forget that you could not have stood. And I think that was very nice.
And the horse is gone.
I think if we had a reality show, I guess not if we did, because obviously we're camera trained.
What is media training? Everyone always says, "Oh, this guy's not media trained." Like, who media trained?
I don't know. I've also been asked by people, "Are you media trained?" And I'm like, "Who's the authority that would have done that?" I don't know.
Who is so good at handling interviews? And I would assume they're not being interviewed themselves. It's not past celebrities who now mentor current celebrities.
Sort of in a Hunger Games-esque.
Hey Mitch of celebrity.
Oh, you were going for another one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there like some sort of regulatory, like is it uniform? Is it standardized?
It might be UN. Training? I think it might be UN.
You go to the UN.
Yeah.
What does the UN do?
Right? These days, for
sure.
Yeah,
so media training, what does that mean? What do they not encourage you to do? I'm gonna conduct an interview on you, and then obviously you'll be media trained. We'll do one where you're not media trained.
Okay. So we'll sort of demonstrate through example what media training is.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
So first one, you are media trained.
I am media trained. Okay.
This was a great film that you had obviously a little bit of drama on set. We do know that there was, maybe some flings happening behind the scenes. Would you like to comment on that?
I will not be speaking today.
You won't be speaking today. This is a sit-down interview I'm writing an article. You agreed to be in the article.
I have spoken.
Okay, so that's an example of if he was media trained.
So that's scene, and that's me as someone who is media trained.
Now, if he was not media trained, this is sort of how it would go.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you were in this movie, and there was a lot going on set, behind the scenes, maybe a couple flings.
What the is happening right now? Where am I? Where is my lover? I thought I was on a movie set. That must have been months ago. My lover, where are you? Who are you?
That wasn't months ago. You're just now realizing that you're not on the set anymore?
Oh, I feel like I just woke up from a war. Where's my lover? Do you have my lover?
No, I don't. Are you referring to your co-star?
Yes.
So you do know that you were in a movie.
Oh, and I think this movie's going to be incredible. It comes out June 7th.
Okay, you brought it back together at the end. I thought you were going to trash
It's a
the
lot
movie.
of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Not sure about the cinematography. Not great.
What? Oh, what? You didn't like the cinematography?
Nope.
What?
Didn't like it. Weird shadows. Weird lens choice. Didn't like it.
Okay.
Didn't care for it. Where's my lover?
Why are you just saying your lover? Do you not have a name?
I forgot. It was months ago. It
Oh,
months
that's
ago.
true.
It must have been months ago.
Months ago.
It must have been.
Okay. And so that's what it would have been like if he wasn't media trained. And that shows
Okay.
the importance of media training
All right.
in
now,
this space.
Okay, this will be another one if I am media trained.
Okay. Are you giving me a... Oh, okay. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Would you like to comment on the director being fired midway through the production?
No! Why? Why would I?
Okay, this is you being media trained.
Yeah. What? Do you seriously think that was a good question?
You don't have to yell or enunciate like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I've never done mics before.
Okay.
I was media trained by my aunt. She
does print.
does
journalism.
print journalism.
Okay.
She's William Randolph Hearst's long lost heir.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
I'm not media trained either.
Oh, so well, we can be media trained together.
That's good. Okay, now here's another example of if he was not media trained.
Okay, I'm not media trained.
Would you like to comment on the director being fired?
Comment? No, what is this? Social media? Where's my phone? Give me to comment. Right? Are we done yet?
I just asked one question.
I am William Randolph
That
Hearst.
can't be right.
Yes.
No, you're just saying stuff now. That doesn't mean anything.
I'm sorry. I'm just excited because I got to have dinner with my lover last night.
Okay, you really want to get... I don't even want the gossip anymore. We're
That's
far
okay.
past
All
that.
right. So you don't want to
gave
know
me-
her name then?
I do want to know her name. You
Nope,
just say the
too late.
lover. No, it's too...
You
I also...
just said-
It's the co-star of your movie. Everybody knows it's the co-star.
Co-star / in the film we were brother and sister. A lot of people don't realize that because it's not said.
Okay. Yeah, but it's implied.
It's implied via the credits.
What do you credit? You're credited as brother
and
sister.
sister lovers. And
Oh, they're also lovers within the movie.
that was in my contract.
You put in your contract that they have to be siblings? Or they
I
have
have spoken.
to... Okay, he's shutting down again.
Yes.
All right. Well, this has been the nightly news on CBS.
Oh, thank you. Lester Holt. No, that's NBC. I don't know who does CBS.
I'd love to get my hands on one of those backdrops they have on those shows.
The world?
Those fake cities or the world that they have behind them.
It's actually really cool how it escalates because, like, you know, your local news, they'll just have like a fun little animated backdrop of like the townscape, and then you'll go to like you'll see like the New York City local news, and it's the New York City skyline, and then it's David Muir on ABC, and it's the world. It's the map of the world.
Yeah, they gotta do. We should make a new broadcast where it's the universe.
The
and we
universe,
keep going.
yes.
Obviously, there's not going to be all that much to cover. It'd
It's
probably just
mostly
be-
going to be the world. Yeah.
It's going to be the world.
But
news.
but we are the only ones willing to say that if something newsworthy is happening elsewhere in the universe, we will cover it.
No one else has the guts.
Everyone else says we're just covering anything that happens.
There was an asteroid
Wow,
strike.
biased. You're only covering Earth.
An asteroid strike just hit a moon.
Where? I'm getting my
Jupiter.
team on it.
Jupiter.
Oh my god, guys, team, we need a camera and a mic, and we're going to the moon.
Doing stand up in outer space.
Doing
by the moon.
stand up?
No, a stand up report. Excuse
Oh,
me.
a stand-up report. I thought you were okay. Yeah.
I wasn't. I understand the confusion. No, I wasn't just pivoting. doing stand-up in outer space.
Oh, that's good. A stand-up comedian does a report because he thinks that's what a stand-up
That's
is.
good. Or this is also just if I was in the room when someone was writing their special at like Netflix or Hulu or something, I'd be the idea guy that gives like the horrible ideas that gets them kicked out of the room.
Do you think that in any real-life office in any company around the world, the CEO has a button that they press at the conference table when someone has a bad idea and their chair goes like into the floor?
If we ever get an office, that is probably one of the first things we're installing.
We should absolutely do that. Yeah. And like, it's not necessarily, it doesn't cause harm to them, but they just like go down to the next floor in a very dramatic fashion. They're fine.
Well, yeah, I think what we could do is we could host meetings with
Hose them. We hose
them when they land on the second floor. Mm-hmm. We could host meetings with lots of people that do not work at our company, like, you know, whatever we bring, and then
we hire extras for the
meeting. Hire one performer.
We tell them they give one bad idea
we hire
early on to set the tone. Early on, when we're saying something, they object to us, and then we press the button, and they descend rapidly to the bottom floor, and then everyone is like, "Oh my god, okay."
And they go,
then, yeah. Do it like that.
Oh.
Okay, good, because that time we had the mic at the ceiling of the second floor. Yeah.
And then they land, and I wasn't talking. And then they land, and then we put a fire noise, like a. And then we say, well, I guess we won't be hearing from them anymore.
Anyone else?
To just create a horrible environment in the office where no one really wants to pitch.
Yeah. And then we say, come on, like, does no one else have any good ideas?
And then we get pissed that no one's giving ideas. And then we keep trying to coerce other people to sit in the chair.
In that chair,
because we only rigged up one chair.
Yeah, budget stuff.
Yeah, there's only one, they press one button.
Right. I think it's more of a tone setting thing for the others. I don't think they actually want to lose their entire board to
it's
the
like
fire.
It's a fall guy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that could be a funny sketch. The guy who falls into the floor at offices. At every meeting, I'm hired to sort of set the tone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm aware. I just try to think of something that would be contradicts
for
the boss.
example, all right, we're gonna you'll be the guy giving the bad idea, okay? Okay, so we have a dog food company coming in. They're looking for a way to market their dog food to a wider audience. Right now it's very specifically catered for some reason to the Midwest. We're trying to expand to the
Midwest
coast.
Okay, sorry, continue.
I'd like to hear from Mark first. I think I saw Mark had an idea.
You see, Ethan and Jenny over there are raising their hands.
But I think I would really just like to hear what Mark has.
But Jenny's really excited.
I don't
ask
know.
her
I think
her
let's
idea
just go in
first.
alphabetical, maybe just left to right around the table this way.
Okay, so alphabetical, then Mark will go first. Yeah. All right, fine, I'll go first. Whatever. You said dog food for the Midwest?
No, you didn't even listen. I mean nothing.
Okay.
Dog food for it's doing well in the Midwest. We need to expand to the coasts.
Oh, okay. Dog food for people on the coast. Because I mean, like, obviously the people are buying it, but the dogs are eating it. I'm aware of that. Yeah, okay. You sure how Ethan and Jenny are still raising their hands?
I wasn't sure how macro you were going, Mark.
No,
I'm sorry.
yeah. Don't mention the fact that you know what I'm about to do.
You're cool. You're cool.
Okay, cool. All right. Idea. Yeah, I have an idea. 1 second. I got something really good.
Okay, good.
The food is dog meat. Dog food by dogs for dogs. That's the idea. Okay, that's my idea. Any thoughts, anyone? If you want to clap. I'm so happy I'm still in my chair. You got to be honest. This is one of the better receptions I've gotten.
All right. I'm sorry, Mark. Anybody else? Anybody else? Oh, wow. Okay, people are still interested in giving ideas.
Ethan and Jenny are still raising their hands.
Ethan and Jenny are still very... Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, stay down there.
Sorry. Guys, just so you know, I'm okay. I'm just on the first floor here. I'm in the lobby.
Mark, that defeats the whole purpose.
I'm
now
gonna start.
They know.
I'm gonna just shoot. I'm gonna use this time to catch up on emails.
No, Mark, I don't care what you do. What emails? You don't even work for the company. He works for the company.
I'm trying to partner with a company that catches dogs and turns them into meat.
You can't get ahead of us, Mark. You can't.
I'm gonna start my own company.
Mark, but what if we actually want to use that idea? Well, now we have to use that idea because he's going to make a multi-million-dollar
And
company.
boom, that's how you get your ideas on the table. Thank you.
I have another button that sucks you back up into the
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh, you wanted to hear more about this idea?
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
so it's
no, we have
dog
another
meat.
client. This meeting's over. We have a second client coming
Hello, I didn't even notice you. Hi, guys. Are we working with Google for real? Wow. Hi, Google.
in. I noticed everyone else the table's pretty quiet.
Is that the CEO of Google? I'm sorry. I'm going to let you lead.
So we are working with Google.
Hi. It's really nice. This is
This
nice.
is Mark.
I'm Mark.
This is our
I'm Nepo. I'm Mark. I'm Nepo. I've been here for 6 years. You know, Uncle's friend. I'm Mark. Uncle's friend got me here. I'm gonna be quiet now. I'm gonna
we
let.
didn't do names yet, so we just want to.
We didn't even introduce. Oh well, let me
No.
get us started here. Hi. Or were you saying we don't need to do names?
I didn't think we needed to.
It seems like we're behind, so I'm gonna let you take it over from here. I'm Mark.
Right.
I'm Nepo. Here we go.
Okay, so as you all know, we are pitching to Google right now. Hello, Google. Thank you for coming in. So Google is hoping to improve the functionality of their search page. They're trying to integrate features that make it more personalized to each user. Rather than showing results that are just the top hits, they want each user to have a personalized set of results when they use the website. Mark. So if I see a couple hands over here. We're gonna go to Mark first.
I just feel like I've been talking so much. Keep going.
Okay, I opened it up to the floor.
Is there any more info about the Google?
Oh yeah. I can give more info. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, Mark. I didn't.
I want to hear
realize that-
more
yeah.
info about.
Okay,
because I'm sorry. I was firing off emails downstairs. I came late to the meeting.
Okay, so Google is obviously a tech company.
You don't have to start from there. I'm familiar. Keep going.
Okay, so in addition to they're looking for more personalized results, they're also trying to integrate some feature into an email to make it feel more familiar when you're emailing people. The auto suggestions sometimes are a little bit robotic. They want the suggestions to feel more like you're talking to a person, so it can be more convenient when you're firing off a quick email, like okay, that's great email, like sounds good, that sort of thing, rather than So Mark,
sure. Okay, it sounds like you're talking and you want me to interrupt you. I got to be honest. I'm not going to do
Mark,
that.
I'm going to open up the floor to any questions. Anyone who's interested in speaking.
Yeah, I just have a question. Is this mostly automation? Like, is it AI are we using, or is this language recognition? Just what's the technology?
It's language recognition.
Okay, could you expand on that?
When you speak, when you're talking to your computer, it can hear what you're saying, and then it takes that input. It's listening to you all the time, and it takes that information and it personalizes your emails to talk.
I have an
with you.
idea.
Yeah. Okay, Mark. What is it?
Yeah, here we go. This is what everyone was waiting for, wasn't it? Dogs, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel like it was inappropriate to call you guys dogs. Hi, Google. Hi, Google. I'm a big fan. I
Mark,
applied to
shirt
work for you
back
guys.
on, please.
Okay. Yep. Sorry, my idea was to take my shirt off and to get this. I was gonna say let's all get up and stretch for a minute and shake our sillies out, and then we go back into the meeting. But
Mark,
I feel like we maybe don't need that. Keep
That's
going.
not horrible.
Okay. Now, nobody from Google has spoken this entire meeting. It's been 5 minutes. You've been doing all the talking. It sounded like you wanted me to interrupt you, but I didn't do that.
Everett Google's from France. The way we do meetings here is we
Google
speak
France.
the entire thing in English, and then at the end it's translated all in one big lump and given back to them
In an email?
in an email.
So it literally could have been an email.
Hey, Mark, watch this. Paper football.
Whoa, that's amazing. Wow, that's really cool. How about next time I get an email, I'm gonna respond. This could have been a meeting. I'm sorry.
I like that. That could be a good email tag.
This could have been an in-person meeting.
I've never used an email signature.
Oh, yeah. Sent from my iPhone.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't remove that one. That's interesting.
Get Outlook for iOS. Wow, so you don't care. So you just don't care about me. Okay.
That one's interesting. The Get Outlook, they just plug their product in the email. That's just shameless.
Yeah. I think the funniest one is our agent has sent from my iPhone ?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like...
So he changed it too.
Right. I would assume... I guess he changed it.
Or it's an unsure iPhone. Because not every iPhone is, they're not all going to be the best. They're not all going to be the best.
It's not... They're not... Not every iPhone's going to be the best. And that's... We have to use that tagline at Apple. It's legal. Like, we would have loved to say, like, simply the best. Or, like... the cutting edge of technology, but legally we have to say something like
human error. That was the original one. Human error, manufacturing. There are going to be mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of these are good.
There will be mistakes. It's all about variation.
But
you just whisper. Are you wearing a second mic? This podcast is so boring. Do you still have your voicemail?
Let's find out.
You gotta talk into
let's
the mic.
find out.
You can't just speak. You can't just speak whenever you want to.
Yeah, we should call someone every podcast.
Oh, I like that. Same person?
Yes, but we a random number, and it's the same random number every time.
We had to cut it last episode.
This is my greeting. Ready?
Yeah. It's really quiet.
You've reached Aiden Mitchell. Please leave a message.
But right now I just have the default on, so.
But you have that option.
So that was really boring.
Yeah, that was not interesting. That just sounded like your voice. I was hoping it'd be you when you were 12.
Sorry. Hey! This is
Everyone's
my iPod Touch. Thanks for FaceTime audioing. I'm 12.
Yeah, I miss my iPod
You can
Touch.
find me on Snapchat.
Do you remember when did you the stickers that you would get, like Under Armour would give out stickers?
Yep.
Those were just plastered all over
anything.
everything. Apple would
anything
give out
you
stickers.
got.
It came with a sticker.
Yeah, stickers were huge. They were always like really thin stickers too.
Yeah, translucent. It's genius marketing because children will just put stickers anywhere. Like I put branded stickers on other stuff. I was just actively advertising without knowing it. I was part of the machine.
I wonder who was the first person to be like, my laptop needs to be filled with stickers from other companies.
Yeah, or water bottles.
Water bottles.
Yeah.
Laptops and it's only like metallic surfaces.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's like you wouldn't put a sticker on your iPhone, although some people would, huh?
Tattoos are stickers for people.
You wouldn't put a tattoo on a Ferrari, so why would you mess with a body, right? Isn't that the saying?
I tattooed
Why
my
would
car.
I put a tattoo on my Ferrari when I have a body like this?
I would much rather put a tattoo on my body.
Or my neighbor's Ferrari.
Of my Ferrari.
They just won't stop farting in my garden.
The best Ferrari you can have is your neighbor's Ferrari.
Oh, yeah. The best boat you can have.
Dude, I forgot my car again. Dude, I'm so sorry, man.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Dude, is it cool if I just drive your car?
The best hot tub you can have is... The best boat you can have is in your neighbor's hot tub.
That's right.
Yeah.
The best dog you could have is driving your neighbor's boat.
Dude, hey man, come on over and check out my neighbor's boat. They just got a pool. We're gonna put it in and do circles.
How shameless would you be about asking your neighbor to use their pool?
This much.
I think
you go.
Oh no, yeah, I would like to see.
Okay, you want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, this much. That was a cannonball. That was a cannonball.
That was a cannonball, everyone. He's speaking underwater. I think if I had kids and my neighbor had a pool, I would just have them out standing in the yard in bathing suits and towels, just watching through the fence, the pool. Because at a certain point, you're going to, as the pool owner, you're going to feel the pressure and probably cave.
Sure. And then next step. Yeah. So you dress up your kids in pool garb and have them just standing there watching the neighbors having fun in the pool. Then the neighbors say, all right, fine. Yeah. You want to come in? And then you tell them, no.
No, we're playing hardball.
Keep watching.
I love the mouthfeel of Triscuits. I love that.
What did you just say?
I love the mouth feel of Triscuits.
The texture?
The mouth feel.
What are some other foods that you enjoy the mouth feel of? Maybe not foods.
I like the mouth feel.
Are you actually talking about texture?
I'm talking about how it feels in my mouth. Yes.
Okay. All right, mouth feel.
I'm talking. I like. Granola. I like the mouth feel of granola.
So you like hard stuff.
Before it was bitten.
You like the mouth feel of hard
I
stuff.
like the mouth feel of concrete.
Oh, now we're getting ridiculous. What about the tongue feel? Is mouth feel and tongue feel the same thing?
No, I would say no. That's not the case.
You
no,
don't
that
like
is true.
Triscuit's
No,
tongue
that's
feel?
absolutely what it is. Sorry.
Okay.
100%. I mean, to a certain degree, though, because your tongue obviously is more sensitive. Roof of mouth. Triscuits impact the roof of your mouth, whereas other foods not quite as impactful.
Yeah. I like the stomach feel of food. Am I doing it right?
I think you went too macro.
I enjoy food.
Yeah.
Me on a first date.
My ideal dinner?
You paying? Eh?
Yeah, I've been saying that probably 5 times with the check sitting there.
My ideal dinner, we're touching legs under the table. I don't care what the food is.
I think when you're out to dinner and you're grabbing the check,
Yeah.
I think you should only go out to dinner with the same exact group of people so you always know who has the check next and you never have to worry about who's going to take the check.
Sorry, guys. I would love to go out to dinner, but you're not in my check group. So it would be awkward. What goes into your decisions?
Must come out.
Yes. Yes. What goes up must come down. I used to be very confused by that because I used to think that it was not referring to gravity or anything. Yeah, I understand it's supposed to be a very intuitive thing. Yes. But I used to be confused about what goes up must come down because I thought it was talking about like the topography of Earth. I don't know
that
why.
Is true. I mean, it all comes back down to what I think. This is not that interesting, but when you walk somewhere and you return, this is actually not that interesting. Your elevation is always going to be perfectly zero when you return to the place that you started, no matter how far up you go and how far. So, like, if you're walking up a big hill and you're like, oh, this uphill sucks, you're going to have to come down. So there's going to be a downhill portion at some point. You can always look forward to that. You know what I mean?
But your downhill portion might be, when you're getting like chased by pirates, or you might be asleep for the downhill portion. You can never rely on saving bug.
I think the downhill portion, if you were being chased by pirates, that's the best time to be. That
When you're going downhill.
happened.
Sure.
Yeah, rather than being on the uphill being chased by pirates, not only are you being chased, you're also tired.
The counter argument for that, obviously, pirates love downhills and thrive on them. Whereas maybe you want to have that uphill advantage because you're able to thrust your knees.
Why
fast.
would a pirate be more proficient on the downhill? I don't know if that's necessarily the case because they're on boats. Boats are always changing their elevation. I was going like this, whereas ground does not do that.
Heave. Ho.
Yeah. Pirate
Yo,
talk.
ho.
Pirate talk. Yeah, they got a lot of interesting sayings.
Cool pirate. Yo, what up, ho? Yo, ho.
Pirates, much like cheerleaders, lost a lot of their clout as time went on.
Yeah, yeah.
Try to name a cooler occupation than pirate back in the, I don't know what,
like 1700s.
17. Is that prime time for pirates?
Probably,
Is
yeah.
that seriously when pirates were? I don't know. I was thinking like 1300s.
There probably were pirates, but at that point, it's not the pirates that you're thinking of.
Less
That's like
mainstream
Vikings.
pirates.
Yeah. Pirates are like during British colonial empire times.
Were pirates an offshoot of Vikings, or is that?
It was actually a ride first at Disney World.
It was a
actually
Disney ride, and then they with that IP they took that and
made an NFL team.
They made an NFL team from the NFL team. Then they made the actual pirates
That's actually
themselves.
interesting. There's a pirate NFL team and a Viking NFL team. I wonder what the pirates and Vikings would think of now.
Would they? Are you saying would they like that?
They got lumped in with the Bears and the Bills. That's all they are now. When you think of Vikings or pirates, it's like, oh, the Pittsburgh Pirates or the Minnesota Vikings. I don't think of the Pillagers.
Yeah, right. For example, you said, "Oh, the Vikings are coming into town later this week."
Nobody's scared.
If it was the 1300s, my reaction would be, "Oh no!"
Yeah, right.
But if it was now, I would go, that sounds like a great game.
Yeah, now, right now, yeah. Maybe if it was 11 years ago, again, I would be, oh no, because the Vikings aren't that good of a team. 11
So you
years
wouldn't
ago,
be
so.
you wouldn't be interested in going to spectate.
Exactly. So I'd be worried. I'd be nervous. I'd say this one might not be a
Good
game.
hypothetical here would be:
Okay.
do you think the actual Minnesota Vikings would take in a fight versus just normal Vikings?
Do they have the same weapons?
Same weapons, but the Minnesota Vikings don't have any additional Viking training, whereas the Vikings do have that training.
And is it like 80 Vikings versus the Minnesota
Same
Vikings?
number of
yeah,
Vikings.
It's like a football team's worth of Vikings.
Exactly.
Yeah. And is there a ship? Are there ships?
There are no
involved?
ships. They're on a field.
It's just land. Okay, good. So there's no yeah.
No, yeah, because obviously,
Yeah.
then that we would have to assume that a lot of the Vikings know how to sail. We can't get that.
Right. And they'd have cannons and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to go with the Vikings, not the Minnesota Vikings. I think that the violent Vikings are going to win.
Yeah, and why is
Yeah.
that?
Because I don't think that Justin Jefferson is going to take on like a warrior who's pillaged 18 villages just based on like how much he can bench.
He could outrun them very easily, probably.
That's true. He could do a
He
go
could route
route,
them up.
and he's out of there.
They'll die of embarrassment.
You know what's interesting? I say route for everything except what wide receivers run in a game. Like I say route. Oh, it's an easy route there. But if I'm talking about what a wide receiver does in a football game, I say route.
Yeah, that's a weird random semantic thing. I do the same thing. Tor versus
Towards.
tour.
Toward versus towards.
Oh, you said toward. I didn't even clock that.
Oh. Tour versus tower. Tor.
Tour of tour.
What's your name? What was your favorite book and why?
I really liked Percy Jackson. I was a big Percy Jackson.
I was just thinking about Percy
stan.
Jackson this morning because I saw like one of the offshoot books on my bookshelf, and I was like, "Huh? Do I remember?" Yes, I'm talking to myself. Hey, Aiden, do you remember when you were in second grade? I was in second grade,
Yeah.
right? And
About yay high at the time.
actually, no, I was in like probably fourth grade at this time.
Yeah.
So way bigger, same size.
There was a period of time where Aiden and I were almost the same height, and I'm 3 years
Me and
older
you?
than him. Yeah.
Okay.
And that really
3 years older?
really pissed me off. What, am I 2 years older? How old are you?
Wait, there's two of them? I thought Aiden was older.
No, Ryan's older.
Are they twins?
They're just brothers.
And they used to do the high school,
They did do the high school.
and now they're twins.
That's a double-edged question because not only did we go to high school, we also used to be on a high school page. So that's kind of a loaded question.
I've been going around, and any person that I talked to that didn't go to college but did something college centric, college adjacent, I asked them the whole time, was everyone saying this is like our college? And it's been mostly yes. Do you think that you're going to follow the light when you die?
I'm not like everybody else, like all the other sheep.
I'm saying F no. I'm going in the dark so I can take my clothes off. I've been wearing clothes for 96 years now in my
You're
life.
going into the light and you turn around.
I'm saying F no to the light. I'm going in the dark. I want to take
That's
my
that-
clothes off and breathe. I want my whole body
That
to
would
be
be on
breathing.
one of those alpha pages.
Yeah, right.
Everybody else is going to the light. Where are you going?
I'm going to the dark. I'm not following those sheep. You think I'm going to the dark? I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell because it's everyone else. I'm doing the thing that everyone else isn't doing. That's always an interesting mindset. Do something because everyone else isn't
Yeah,
doing
just
it.
being a contrarian for the sake of it. That is what a lot of those pages are predicated on, is the
Yeah.
concept of just doing what other people
Yeah,
are not
something
doing.
is wrong because
Nobody is up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Be different.
My day
Why?
starts at
There's
at
a reason
noon.
that everybody else. Typically, people do stuff because people have done stuff and
Yeah,
it
right.
works. The reason they do it is
Right.
because other people do it and it works.
Right.
So you don't have to just be different for the sake of being different.
Right. It'd be like being the only person on the laser tag field that's doing melee combat. There's a reason everyone is shooting.
That's taking the ground approach and laser tag.
Yes. Yeah,
that's
like
not impressive.
barrel rolling and
Yeah.
then hitting people with your gun and
I
actually knocking
eliminated
them
everyone
out.
And then when they're on the ground, you can hit them with the laser as many
Yeah.
times as you want.
Hashtag the worst birthday. The
we
worst
lost.
birthday. Even worse.
Not only did we lose,
That's why it was the worst birthday. It's because we lost.
it would be the worst.
How did we lose? We had melee combat guy on our side, and we
We
still
had
lost.
that Navy SEAL on our team.
Yeah.
He wouldn't leave after the game. He
I
just
think it was
disappeared into the shadows.
Yeah, PTSD probably.
I don't think he's allowed to be in there. He
Yeah.
had his own gun, for the record.
I have
Didn't look like a
pre-TSD.
laser gun.
Mm.
You had pre-PTSD?
Pre-TSD.
Oh,
yeah.
so does that mean you're traumatized by things that are going to happen, or you're not traumatized by things that will later traumatize you?
I'm lost. What? Say that again.
Okay. I'm going to slow this down to 0.5 speed.
Okay, here we
And for
go.
people who are already listening
That's the
at point-
power of podcasts, right?
Yeah. I'm going to play this back for you. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Should we get those? Know what I don't understand is podcasts who have
Do you need to listen to yourself the whole time? Is both the host and the guest monitoring their own audio quality for an hour? Why are we all wearing headphones the whole time? Like, is that, we're not in a helicopter. I can hear you
It's a
just
soundproof
fine.
studio.
Yeah.
And they're just listening
Right.
to yourself in
Yes.
headphones.
Absolutely. I can imagine.
Yeah, if
that
there was an
hard.
audio issue, would they address it? Like,
Right. It's like, oh, I think my mic is running hot.
I'm a little hot.
Yeah.
It's like they're in the studio.
What?
Rappers always are like
Oh, the
listening to themselves when they're rapping and stuff.
Yeah.
Another one I don't understand is like you can hear it when you talk. I hope.
I'm not going to
Oh,
say
you have
anything.
more. You have
I'm not gonna
more-
say
you
anything.
Definitely have more to say about that.
Okay, fine. I think it's fine for them to wear headphones.
I'm proud of you for saying that.
Thank you.
Not a lot
you
of
didn't
us
let
have
me
the
elaborate
courage.
on why. At
I'm
all.
shutting you down immediately.
But okay, so you want
That's
me
a
to?
good tactic.
Yeah.
When something like
Oh, you have a criticism for me? Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea.
I'm
okay,
so
thank
proud
you.
of you for
Yeah.
saying that. That is very empowering of you to say that.
Okay, but
anyways,
here's why.
I'm glad that you brought this up.
I don't think it's a good
Anywho,
idea because.
Because why?
Oh,
Say it.
because
That's-
I don't actually.
Oh, that's really good of you to talk about that in that way. It's too easy. I do this, or I play my two tactics for getting people to stop talking is I'll do that, or I'll play a dog whistle at a frequency specifically catered to that individual person so only they can hear it.
Dog whistles made out of dog.
How would you do that?
Not that hard. You've heated up really, really.
Notice
hot.
how I didn't send you down into the pit immediately. I let
You're
you
listening.
talk about it.
You're listening. Dog products by dogs for dogs.
So the dogs are also manufacturing. We put them on the assembly line. We do a photo op with the dogs
It's a
working at
PR
the
thing,
factory. It's
yeah.
a PR thing.
Dogs
then the
with jobs.
The dogs see that. They go, I want to buy from a company that actually employs dogs.
Right. Yeah. Remember dogs with jobs?
No.
It was your bit about why, like, you feel bad for dogs that have jobs. Like, there are some dogs with jobs.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Like,
You
most
imagine him.
dogs can just enjoy their life, but some dogs have to be a police. Like, you have to be a cop. Some dogs can just, like, lay around all day. Other dogs have to rescue people from burning houses. That sucks. They're not getting paid at all. And they're, yeah. Some dogs have to be actors.
Yeah.
I bet it's not as enjoyable
It's
for a dog
always
to be an
high
actor.
level intensity jobs.
Yeah,
no
right.
dog is like just working in an office.
There's
It's
no
yet-
9 to 5 dog. Yeah, it's not an office dog.
This specific type of
Right.
dog rescues people who are skydiving and
you're
their
either
parachute
like
doesn't
you're
go up.
either a domestic house dog or you are a super dog.
Yeah, you're in the military.
Yeah.
Bomb sniffing dog.
Yeah, right.
I was at the airport and they were parading around this dog that was employed by I was like, they had this dog and they were wearing vests and it was like, oh, is this person's dog? Is it a group flying with this dog? And someone asked and it was like, oh no, the dog is employed by the airport.
Employed.
They said the dog works for the airport.
God, yeah. That was not the dog's dream. The dog probably wanted to
Be a cop.
Eat an acorn. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's even worse. A dog with ambition and it doesn't get placed where it wants to be.
Yeah. Wow.
You can think of something worse. I can tell you're thinking of something worse right now. That's why you were
The worst would be a dog that's dead, Ryan. The worst would be if a dog dies. That's the worst thing that
That
happens.
is the worst thing that can happen.
We need to get dog translators so we can hear what they're saying and what job they want to have.
That's right. It'd
We
be
need
sort
that.
of like this. What's that thing? The hat in Harry Potter.
The sorting hat.
The sorting hat.
Sorting.
The sorting
Sordid,
hat.
The sorted
Harry Potter,
hat.
but they all don't have British accents. I think that would really take away from the mystique of Harry Potter if they all had like Canadian accents.
Yeah,
That
for sure.
speaks to the importance of accents in
Yeah.
that sort of thing in a mystery. You always, not a mystery, like a fantastical thing. I think having a British accent really elevates it.
Yeah, like everyone on the Death Star is British.
Is that true?
And then it's like, oh god, these Americans are here. They're gonna blow it up. It's like, oh, it's Harrison Ford, the most American person.
Sir, the Americans have infiltrated the Death Star. Lieutenant, concentrate all fire. Is this a trash compactor? Oh no! We have to get back home.
It's true. Yeah, no uniform, no plan. They're just in
Lord
the
Vader
Death-
will be here soon.
for the de-
We
for
should
the-
double our efforts.
for the Death Star being such a futuristic contraption. You would think there would have been more cameras in there, right? Because they're just running around and they're not getting really all
Yeah,
that
they
caught.
can sneak. They have to just sneak past like the two like guards that are walking, and then they'll go. There's no camera or sensor or like anything like that. Yeah,
Bone
it's just human error.
All right, this was episode 4.
This was episode 4. Thanks for listening as many times as you listened, and
I
keep
hope you
listening.
enjoyed the new page. I hope you look around, see if there's anything that you like about the page or
Yep.
anything.
You're a real one if you subscribe.
That's right. It's important. Do you remember who our first subscriber was? Jason Tatum. The following 50 subscribers,
Yep.
Jason Tatum's
We're-
family.
Thank you for following us on the road to getting Jason Tatum's entire family.
Yes.
To,
The road too.
yeah.